Hi guys, welcome back to Grand Arena. Opponent today is looking pretty good, so I think we're going to have some fierce battles. Just looking at his defense, these are all great squads. All the gear levels are decent on them. This is the team I also use on defense, so I know this is pretty good. You need a reasonable team to at least take that out. Down here, got some more good stuff. So his defense is like, it's one of those defenses where there's just a lot of gear 12, and you know, it's just really solid. And he hasn't really used a huge amount of premium characters. I mean, he's used Revan, but characters like General Grievous tend to be used on defense anyway. And looking at his roster, he's obviously used Padme, but then we've still got things like JTR, General Skywalker, Vader. He's still got loads of offense. So this might be a bit of a tough one. But I don't think I'm not going to be able to full clear it at the moment. I think we're fine. So first things I've got to do, clear this bottom bit. CLS I've been finding quite good into General Grievous, so I'm going to stick with that. And then probably put Darth Revan down here. Have a look at how his mods are. So fairly tanky Grievous. First. So my typical plan with this is just lay into Grievous and ignore everybody else. And that's mostly because of the way that CLS's abilities work. So because I can ignore his mark from the this ability, I can then just target Grievous directly and get Chewbacca assists. Okay, let's see how that's going. Run down some stacks. I couldn't quite get him before B1 healed him, but took him out. If there's no B1, that fight's super easy because Grievous can't heal. Other than his health steal, which isn't enough. I think we're going to play Darth Revan in here. Kind of a it's an advantage for me this match, but he's still got to watch out for him. There's Saviour. Revan again, and then let's go for Jolie. Okay, so I don't want to waste too many teams here. Not that he's going to take more than one, but he's obviously got some stuff up here, so usually I'd put something like Newt in there, but I might want Newt up here to deal with something like this. So we can use Empire on Padme. 100. That's interesting, Tenacity. Puts her up to 92, that's it's going to be much harder to land debuffs on her. Got Tenacity set on Anakin. That makes me wonder if he's modded these to counter Empire a little bit. make it harder for Vader to land the D-bus and kill them off with an early saber toss. 740, so we're on 107 on Anakin, and slightly more on Padme, 130. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's get rid of Kylo Ren. I think I'm going to use Nuke and Dooku. The Wampa kind of feels like overkill. And Watt's not really hard enough to add much to this team, because Nuke can't kill the Kylos on his own. And this is overkill. Yeah, right, Revan. Let's just go with this. Like, you can't put the Wampa in on his own because Kylo will just stun him. But at the same time, the Wampa will just mince these guys if he gets to attack. As you can see, Wampa just mauls him. He's pretty hard. Okay, so more good squad. So this guy's defense is pretty good. Got decent squads everywhere. Got Soldier and Sun back here, which is actually a mistake, because you need Spy to kill people. If you don't have Spy, then it just becomes a bit of a grind. If I could go Trey a Scion into that, and save Kylo Ren. That's just if I wanted to use my first order. That team's okay. Magna Guards doesn't really add a lot to these guys, because he already taunts anyway, so the stealth from Dooku's kind of a little bit wasted. Roll. Wherever he is. Try and underload. We've got 4, that's pretty good. Not quite. Get him. Timmy at Thrawn's going next, so I'm not going to use another saber toss. Full banner win there. A lot of these battles are individually quite easy. Managing your roster to make sure you can go through all of these teams, because none of them are just junk teams. I mean, you might look at that and go, well, she's only 3-star, but she doesn't attack. She just gets them to do stuff. Ooh, okay, so he doesn't have the leader ability. That's interesting. Most people go for the leader first. So the leader is the one that calls in everybody to assist. But the other ability, which I think is this one, is the one that says she can't be targeted. So you won't be able to attack her directly, but you can't call in all the assists. One AoE will take her out. Ventress. I kind of just want to play Gas. And I think that's probably the best move, because it'll go through that squad and I won't have to worry about it. So let's do that. And because of Gas's leadership, they can't be revived. It just makes the squad infinitely easier to deal with. Bounty Hunter is still pretty tough. And Geos, we're going to use Treya Scion. A lot of the time I use Kylo Ren, but because there's no spy, Scion's more than hard enough. My Scion's only gear 12, whereas my Kylo Ren works 7. This is kind of interesting because there's no spy. There's actually a chance my Treya might survive this. Yeah, so usually Treya dies because spy kills her. But without it, as I say, the damage on the team is too low, especially with just 3 characters. Or including your brute. So, not worried about Phoenix. This team, it's a little tough, and this one could be. I don't think it's awful because he's not got the assists. But I want to focus on getting rid of Bosk, I think. I think Bosk is probably the next hardest. So I could put Anakin in solo into Mon Mothma, and his AoE will kill her, and then the rest of the guys will fall over. Which means I can put Padme, GK, Ahsoka into one of these. I'll just put it. What is it? I'm going to do outplay the king by quite a lot. Right. There's no Zeta on Car, but it has got Mission Zalbar. So Car's not really the threat here, it's just Mission Zalbar. So I could run Luke and Hermit, and that's not enough. Let's go for mission. She's gone, that means she can't blind us anymore. We are going to blind Car. We'll just remove him from the face of existence. What's that to Luke? That misses. Motion. Inflict Expose is about the only thing I might have a chance of doing. Completely put down. Okay, cool. We've got Radis. But he's got the wrong Falcon. Alright, okay, so we've still got Ray's Falcon. This ship is, when you get these guys to the relic levels required for Ray, which is, I think that's right, this ship is actually pretty dangerous. There's a hell of a lot of damage, but before that, it doesn't do anything. And then he's put regular Falcon in there. So that one's actually, I think that's actually probably quite a good fleet. I think I'll probably end up playing Kenobi into that. We've just got gear 12 gears here. Oh, not quite gear 12 gears. Alright, we'll do fleets last. Okay, right, so next dangerous squad's probably Newt. There's no Zeta on Newt, which is a benefit. I think I'm just going to play Jedi Knight Revan in here. Lets me focus down Dooku and get rid of him. Take the Viper. Ignore the thorn. Stab Newt in the face. Very easy if you get rid of Dooku, very hard if you don't. Okay, on Mothma. What are we going to use on Mothma? I could put Nest into the Phoenix. That's not too bad. There's no Zeb, there's no Kanan, so there's no counterattacks, there's no protection regeneration, there's no daze, there's no stun. It's just Ezra's big hit. And you get 11. And he's not rocking offense mods, he's not rocking critical damage on his triangle. So I could probably just put Nest into that. Or Anakin. Oh no, I want to use Anakin here, don't I? That was the important thing. We got rid of my marker notes, which means you can't do all of her cool stuff. We've got loads of people to pick from. So thinking about who could get me the most banners, I could put Kylo Ren in solo, and he will beat that. It'll just take him a while. I think I'm gonna do that. For Kylo solo. I'm just gonna put this on auto. Tell him to go for Hera if possible. The reason I want to go for Hera is because she's got that ability where she can like heal someone who dies. So it just stops us getting in a loop. Kylo obviously was a better choice than Nest because he heals his health and protection, whereas Nest only heals her health. That was an extra banner. And then ships probably fly through this pretty quick. Yeah, his fleet down here is really good. I think the stars on his capital ship makes it look a lot worse than it is, whereas actually it's pretty good. That's the only weakness here is the stars. So don't really want to mess around with this capital ship, I just want to delete it. Get rid of Scavenger's Falcon straight away. As I said, that thing does loads of damage. Unfortunately, the AI didn't decide to do its AoE. As I say, I'd chip all the protection off these guys. Kill. Don't want to get my capital ship exploded, so hurry up. Yeah, I mean, he managed to get 2 reinforcements in, more than most people do. There was no Houndstooth, so maybe he saved it for offense. You guys, let's just chill. Quite strange people put this shuttle on defensive teams. Without the Sith bomber or the TIE bomber, it's not very good. Alright, okay, we full cleared everything. We went through every battle and won. We did a couple of solos. But yeah, pretty pleased. Score's really good. I think he's going to have a tough time matching it, so not really much else I can say about it. None of his squads were particularly inspiring. So yeah, we'll leave it there. I'll see you guys next time.